What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing?
Yo, what is up everybody? TeamView here, and I'm here back again to bring you a tutorial on how to make a overlay or a frame, basically, like how I have right here, basically for your OBS setup, for if you are a streamer or you make videos, whatever. You want to make your video look a little bit nicer, however you want to do it. There's multiple different ways you can do it, and of course I don't have like a webcam and stuff like that, so there's not really too much that I'll be adding, but mainly just the frame and some text and stuff and some moving text. I'll teach you guys how to do that, and just add like a play button picture just to make it look cool, and sub count as well. I'll be teaching you guys how to get your sub count in your OBS and have it transparent, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, so basically what we will be using is OBS, of course, and we will need paint.net or any paint program, any Photoshop or photo editing program, whatever you guys got. But I'll be using paint.net. It's a free program to use to edit photos. It's really good. I'll leave a link for it in the description as well. So yeah, are you guys ready to learn how to make a overlay frame? Alright, well let's get started, but before we do, I'm going to start a fresh scene. Basically this is just a brand new scene that I made. I already set up my game in here, and as you guys can see, I kind of made my screen a little bit smaller, and within the box right here, the black box basically that everything gets set up in, I shrink it down like this just because the black spot right here, the black line around that'll be our frame that we will work with. You guys can make it whatever sizes you want, and just make sure you place it wherever you want it to be. Alright, so once you have your OBS on, your game all set up in the right position, what we're going to do from here is do print screen, basically taking a screenshot of the full screen of OBS, and yeah. The print screen button is on the top right of the keyboard usually. Lots of people have different keyboards, so it could be different for anybody. But yeah, I'm not sure what it is for like Macs and Apple computers and other devices, but for me on my keyboard it's at the top, above the home and insert buttons. Basically you'll see a little the print screen button that says PRT SCN, print screen, basically. Yeah, just take a screenshot of the OBS full with it full window basically, and let me do that right now. I'm taking a picture. Alright, so I just took a screenshot of my OBS right now. Now after you take that screenshot, you want to go to your photo editing program, which in my case is paint.net, and this is the paint.net. Alright, so now that we are in our photo editing program, what we are going to do now is we're going to hold Ctrl and V. Yeah, hold Ctrl and press V, and now we are going to put that screenshot right into our photo editing program right here. As you guys can see, now it's in my program for editing the picture. Once you got the screenshot into your paint program, what we're gonna do is begin by getting the selection tool. We're gonna get this window, basically this whole window, even the black part. We're just gonna get it to the best fit we can. That Make sure you get it exactly right. Alright, so basically just like that is what we want. All this highlighted and selected. We're gonna hold Control, press C. That'll copy the picture right here. Now we're gonna go to File and New. Now we're gonna do ctrl+V, and now as you guys can see, I got that window that was in the OBS. Basically, it's exactly what we need. Alright, so now we're ready to kind of begin working on the frame and stuff. So now that we have this all set up, what we're gonna do is grab maybe a shape outline or something. I use a rectangle, just the outline stuff. I'm gonna put this outline right over this. Oh, I'm gonna change the color to. I'm gonna change the color to orange just because. All right, so I'm gonna have this go around this like this. Make sure you guys fit it exactly how you guys want it. Alright, there we go. Now I got a outline around the game window, which is great. So far so good. Now I'm gonna just deselect that really quick, and we're gonna make another outline box around the outer layer right here at the edge, basically. Just like that. It's looking awesome so far. And you know, work with it, make it all like how you want it to be. Like how mine is a little bit off. I'm just gonna move this basically to the left a tiny bit, not by much, because it's a little bit not centered. You don't have to be perfect if you don't want to, but sometimes it's nice to make it look as good as you can. So yeah. Let's see. Move it a little bit to right. That's. I think that's okay right there. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna deselect that. Grab the paint bucket. I'm gonna fill in this little part that I moved. Whatever. I kind of messed up right there, but it's okay. Just fix that. Alright. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so now that we got the frames going on so far, looking pretty good. I'm gonna grab the paint bucket and make it a green color. Let's see if I can make it look a little bit darker or something. Like, yeah, like that should be okay. All right, there. Yeah, a little bit brighter. All right, cool. As you can see, I filled in where all the black was. I just made it a different color, nothing too crazy, nothing too special. Alright, so now that we've pretty much done this much, it looks pretty cool so far. You know, it's just a frame. What we can do now is add some text. Let's get some text. However, you guys, whatever text and fonts that you guys want to set it as, just do that. I'm just going to use the basic font. So I'm gonna right now. I'm basically gonna put like a greeting up here on the center part of the screen. So like, hello people, welcome, something like that. I'm gonna make it black just because, and I'm gonna put this up here. Yeah, I'll put it however you like. I try to get it centered. It's not always perfect. All right. So there we go. Now we got some text up in here. It's pretty awesome. You can change it to whatever colors you want if you wanted to, you know what I mean? It's like whatever colors you want it to be. I'm just gonna put it black for now. Now after I put that, I'm gonna put my YouTube name on the bottom, team view. Basically, I'm gonna put it right down here. I'm gonna move it to this side right here. I'm leaving a little space right here so I can put a play button, basically, just to make it look cool. Alright, so now that we added my name here, saying team view, I'm gonna minimize this really quick. And I'm gonna add a play button. I already got a play button. I'm just gonna drag it onto my picture here. Add a layer. So let's see. Now I got my play button here. I'm gonna shrink that down to a good size. Put this down here. Something like that, basically. Alright. Looking pretty cool, right? So I got this greeting up here. People will come in to your stream or video and see that, be like, wow, that's pretty nice. That's pretty cool. Nice greeting. And you get to see the channel's name down here, which is nice. Alright, so now what I'm going to actually do now is, after we added the text and the play button and stuff, I'm going to get the selection tool, and I'm going to cut out a place down here. Let's see, to about, I don't know, around here, I think. So however big of a spot that you want, you can pick whatever size you want it to be. Basically this part, I'm gonna delete this part out. Oops. I think I have to make my picture, I have to flatten my picture real quick. Alright, so I'm gonna basically delete this part out right here like that. And I'm gonna add another outline of the rectangle kind of thing. Make a little frame on the inside over here. I'm gonna make the line smaller. And now, just make sure it's in the right fit. Alright. So far so good. Now I'm gonna leave this spot blank, nothing in there. That's good like it is. Now that we did that, I'm going to select on the inside of our screen right here. Make sure you don't get the line, but and make sure it fits just where it should. Right there, I think it's pretty good. Alright, so now I have selected the game screen basically on the inside. I'm going to make that just disappear, just like that. So now, as you guys can all see, that it's pretty blank on the inside, which is good because it's just going to be a frame, this whole outer side, basically. Alright, so now that we've did that, what I'm going to do now is maybe just add another little text. I don't know, I just sometimes, you can put whatever you want. Like I'll put like, let's see, I'm gonna put my Roblox name up here. I'm gonna make this red. And I'm gonna make this a bit smaller. And you don't have to do it, you can do this like however you want. I'm just going to leave that up here for now. just get an idea. Like, you guys can do anything and everything. There's all kinds of ways you can set up your text. I mean, this might even look better. Probably just have it down here, have like a Roblox icon here, but I didn't get that set up. I'm just gonna put this here for now. It's good enough. All right, so now that we've pretty much got all of the frame pretty much set, what we are going to do is save this picture. Go to save as. I'm going to save it as a PNG right here. Name it whatever you want. Overlay frame. Yay. Alright, so I'm saving that onto my desktop. Save. Alright, so now we've got this all set up. Oh, you know what I could shoot, you know, I forgot to change the color on this line. You know what, I'll change that right now. I'll get the paint bucket, orange. There, I just changed the outline right here to a different color, so it's not, you know, that looks better. Okay, now that I changed that, I'm going to save it again. I'm just got to click save, that's all. I saved it, now it's good to go. I'm going to minimize this. I'm not going to close it because we're going to just leave it up in case we need it for anything, or if we want to change anything or whatever. Alright, so now I'm going to minimize the paint program. We're going to go back to our OBS. And okay, so now that we're back in the OBS, I'm going to shrink this down a little bit, and I am going to grab that frame that I put on my desktop. Usually people might want to put that in like a folder so that like it doesn't get lost, and then, you know, it's always in the same place. Because yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna just grab the frame that I made and drag it onto the OBS right here. And as you see, I put it on my OBS. I'm gonna make a full screen for the OBS again. And as you can see, it is a bit off right now, but that's okay. All we got to do is, if it's selected, make sure you shrink it down a little bit, make it smaller. Then just move it back up to this top corner over here, the top left corner. Then you go and stretch it out all the way to where it fits, just right. Looks awesome. I think just like that, right? Alright, so yeah, now that is pretty much the frame for the game. That is pretty cool, right? We see all the text here, see your name, got the YouTube logo, got this little box right here. We're gonna work on this box right now. We're gonna add the moving text. You know, like I said, you guys don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can do multiple other types of things, but yeah. So what we're going to do first is go down here to sources. We're going to click on the plus button. We're going to make a text source right here. Name it whatever you want, doesn't matter. Now it's going to bring up this window where you can pick your font, whatever font you guys want. Choose your fonts. Then you can write a message in here. I already kind of copied and paste. I'm going to paste a message into here, but basically I just put welcome everyone, welcome to my channel, enjoy the view, and if you enjoy, don't forget to subscribe, with a little smiley face kind of thing. Yay. And then, well, yeah, and now you can see my text is up here. You guys can like write whatever you want, you know, all kinds of stuff you can do. And also I'm going to change the color of the font. Right now it's just white. As you can see right down below, it's a white color. So we're going to select a different color. I'm going to just pick green just because I like green. I'm going to click OK. So now you see the text is green, right? Pretty cool. After we, you know, put our message or whatever, and you changed it to the font you like, the color you like, you don't really have to change anything else. Not necessary. I'm going to press OK. Alright, so now as you can see, the text is up on top. It's selected. Just make sure it's selected. And I'm gonna move it down basically to here. We're gonna try to fit it into this box, but I think we have to make it a little bit smaller. It might be a little bit hard to make this small because it's like so sensitive, as you can see. It's like you can like flip it upside down and stuff like too easily. But just take your time, get it to the size that works for fitting in there. This should be okay. Alright, so that's gonna fit it right into there. That should be pretty good. Not bad. I could probably make it lower, but that's fine. Just make sure it's within the box right here. Make sure all the text can be seen in this box. Alright, so as your text is still selected, what we're going to do down below, there's a plus button. We're going to click the plus button. Oh no, sorry. What we're going to do as the text is selected, we're going to go down below and click on this down arrow right here. Click it once and that'll pretty much move it right behind there. And if it's not behind the frame yet, you can always just keep making it go down, whatever, you know what I mean. But yeah, you just want it to be behind everything so that you can only see it in this little box right here, and that's how we have it. So yeah, and now what we do is, as we have it selected, we're just going to click on right click on the text. So right click, we're going to click the filters button right here. It's down at the bottom. I'm going to click filters, and then this window pops up. This is the window where you can add all kinds of filters, but basically we're just going to get a filter that makes it move. So to add a filter, since there's no filters here, we're just going to hit the plus button down here. We're going to add scroll and just name it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it like that. And alright, so now we have these different settings. You got the horizontal speed, vertical speed, you know, you can make it go in different directions. And let me show you. Alright, so we can make it move. Now it's moving to the left, as you guys can see. You can make it go different speeds. You can make it go super fast or like really slow, whatever. Also, you can also make it go like up and down, like that. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Other things you can do is also make it go like side to side, sort of like, you know, like this, basically. Kind of interesting, but mainly what I'm going to do here is just make it go to the left. Alright, so now it's moving to where I want it to go. I'm not going to make it super fast. I want to make it so that people can read it. Let's see. So about that speed is fine. It's not very much speed. As you can see, it's moving very slowly, which is perfect. Alright, so now that everything is set to how you want it, just click close and deselect the text. And now, as you can see, the text is right behind the frame. Like, you can't see it on top of here or anything. It's pretty awesome. And it's just you know, you can set it up better probably than I can, but as you can see, I made some mistakes, but it's okay. So yeah, that's how you make a moving text. You guys can do that in all kinds of different ways. You know, this is just one way to do it. This is the way I do what this is how I set up. And then so since we have pretty much everything set up and everything looks awesome, now what we're gonna now what we're gonna add is a sub count, a subscriber count, basically. To do this, we first have to go to Google and find a sub count. Just go search for a sub count somewhere. I have one that I use. Let's see. sub count. I think this is the one. Alright, so well, this is the one I use basically. It's called livecounts.net. When you go to this website, it'll just show this. All you have to do is click on where it says subscribe, and then just click the thing that says underneath subscribe. Usually it's either someone's name or it says this. I'll just click it. Now it'll bring up this little box to say put in your social media name, you know, for your channel or whatever. So mine is Team Review. So click OK. And yeah, that looks like it's mine. I have 960 subscribers. Yeah, pretty cool. So now that we have this, what we're gonna do is highlight the URL up here, do ctrl+C, and then we're gonna go back to our OBS, and we are going to make a new source in our OBS. So go to sources and click on the plus button. We're gonna click on browser. We're gonna make a browser source. So name it whatever you want, doesn't matter. So yeah, and now it's gonna bring up this window, and you'll see on there it has it. But in this little window right here, what we're gonna do where it says URL, we're gonna delete this URL, and we're gonna do ctrl+V, ctrl+V, and then we have our link there. Now we press OK, and as you can see, we can see the sub count and everything that it says, all this cool stuff. Now we don't want the whole entire window, so we're gonna shrink it down so that we only see our sub count, and if you want to have your name say in there, it's up to you. So now that we have this so far, it's good. What we're gonna do is go down to sources, make sure you click on the browsers, right click on browser, and we're gonna click on filters again, and in filters, for our sub count, as you can see, there's nothing set up yet. I'm going to add a filter. I'm going to go to the plus right here, and what I am going to be adding is the crop / pad. This is where you just kind of shrink it down to the size you want, or to the spot you want, basically. Just mess around with this. You can also change it to like X and Y or whatever, different stuff. I don't know. I just use like this where it says left, top, right, bottom. And you kind of just mess around. I usually start with like left being like 250. Wait, no, maybe 270. Oops. 270. No, I think it's like 290 maybe. All right, yeah, so like 290. And for mine, since I have a 3-digit right now, pretty soon I'll have like a 4-digit. Pretty cool, but for now it's gonna leave like this. So the top part is, we're going to try 200. Not bad. Let's do 215. No, let's do 210. Yeah, I do 210 for the top. Pretty good. For the right, 200, 250, 280, 290. Yeah, like 290 is good. And then for bottom, keep working on seeing where it goes. I think this one's like 300. Nope, this is like 280. Nope, 290. So I guess it's the same as the left one, or I don't know. Alright, so that looks pretty good so far. Now we made it to the right spot that we want it to be. Now what we're going to do is add another filter. So click on the plus button right here. We're going to add a, what's it called? Color key. Color key. We got to click on color key. Just name it whatever you want. Now we got the color key added. You'll see this thing that says key color type green. So you're gonna click on this arrow. You're gonna see this list of all these, a few different colors or whatever. But you want to go to custom color. Click on custom color, and then click on select a color. Now, when you got this color window up, right here on this little color panel over here, right underneath all these colors, you'll see pick screen color. You're gonna click on pick screen color, and we're gonna click on this part of our screen where it's like the bluish whatever of the sub count. So click on that. Now we're just gonna click OK, and voila, our background is pretty much gone for that. That is pretty awesome so far. Now you can make it clear and look better, like, you know, you can make it like different, like you can make that like this, whatever you guys feel like is best for. I'll just like leave it at like, let's see, smooth, no, smooth. Alright, good enough to me. So just get it to how you like it. So after you set the custom color to get rid of the background, basically just make it however you want it to look afterwards, and then that's all we need, just those two filters, the crop pad and the color key. After you got those set up, we'll just click close right here, and as you can see, we got a sub count right here. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna shrink this down a little bit, and I'm gonna actually just put this up here. Sometimes things are not easy to place, but it's okay. Whatever. Sometimes things are just not easy to place, so just place it however you want to place it. Have it set up as you want it to be set up, and that's pretty good. And now that's pretty good. Just like that, good enough. I mean, it says my sub count. I don't know why it doesn't fit. Oh, that's actually kind of better. There you go. Yeah, just mess around with it, make it whatever you want it to be like. That looks better than what it was. Alright, so now that's pretty much all we are gonna need for making a nice frame. I mean, you guys can basically customize it however you guys want. You can add like pictures to it. You can even add like other boxes for it, for like if you guys got webcams or whatever. But this is just a very basic overlay frame for your videos or streams using an OBS basically. So yeah, I hope this was a helpful tutorial. Yeah, if it was, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button, do all that shenanigans, and I'll see you all later. Peace. Yeah, boy.
Get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around, get around, round, round, 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 I get around. I'm getting bored driving up and down the same old strip. I gotta find a new place where the kids are hip.